Hi, my name is Katie and I'm here with.
Hi, my name is Mika, and I will be the navigator for this session.
Okay, so today in class we learned forms. Let me just get it out. How to work with formic. In chapter 6. So over here we've got our user form.js. So we have the form set up. So the form has two fields, the email and the password. And then we've also got a validation check. Um, Sorry, it checks if the email is provided and properly formatted, like it gives us values of and it tells us length amount of words and values. And then also it checks if the password is at least 8 characters long as well over here. And then it will display a error message in red if the validation fails. And then we also have the submission handling. So the submission handling, when submitted, it briefly disables the button to prevent multiple submissions, and it uses a 400 ms delay before alerting the form data. And then we have the form interrogation. So it uses formix fields for inputs and error message to display errors, and then the form automatically manages the validation and submission state. So I'm going to start a server and just show you. As you can see, here is the form submission. And when I do submit, okay, password is too short, so I'm just gonna add on. As you can see, here is the password, and a pop-up comes up. Then moving on, we have APIs in chapter 7. So over here, the React component GitHub allows us to search for GitHub users using the GitHub API. So here's how it works. So we've got the state management. This holds the search term, user data, and the loading status. And then we've got a handling and input submission. So when the user enters a search term in the input field, clicking the search button, it triggers a function that sets the loading state to fetch the GitHub users. And then we're fetching the data. So it uses Axios to make an API request to GitHub, and then it receives a list of users to update the state. And then also rendering the results. It displays a loading spanner when fetching the data, and it shows GitHub users as media components with login name, profile pictures, and links to the profile. So I'm going to start the server and then display it. And I'm going to search. It will load all the GitHub users just by searching the name. And that is it for chapter 6 and 7. Thank you for watching.